Hello guys, and welcome to Footsteps and Tyre Tracks. And yes, we're in another van yet again. Anyway, don't worry about that for the moment. We're on our way to Busfest. I can't wait. My favourite show of the year. Gonna be spending lots of money. Gonna buy bits and pieces, and we might even give you a little tour around the new van. I'm sure you're gonna like it. We do. We're Mark and V, and this is our adventures. Well, we've turned up early, and I reckon there must be at least 150 people who have done exactly the same. I'm just going to walk to the top of this mound so we can show you all the people that are actually queued up waiting. Look at this. This is just the early people. Yeah, I reckon people must have been here, maybe 5 o'clock this morning to be this many here. But I told you we've bought a new van again, didn't I? And there is T5 Sandhurst. We've still got the Crafter at the moment. I'm probably going to sell the Crafter, but this is pretty amazing, isn't it? We all love Busfest. Right, we're going to give you just a quick, very quick peek, and we'll come back to that at a later stage. We'll do a proper video on the walkthrough and that, but let's have a little wander through all the vans. Yeah, this is the great thing about Busfest is there's so many different vans, and people travel from all over Europe that's come here as well. Just amazing, really is. I'm just coming right through. Now, we used to have one of these a long time ago. That's a very nice example, isn't it? So it's now actually 9:20, and I think we start going in at 10 o'clock. It's starting to set up now, and the ground is filling up really, really quickly, as you can see, looking around. It's really hot. This is probably the hottest day of the year so far, so I would imagine there's going to be a few people who get burnt here this weekend. Slip, slap, slop, as they say in Australia. I'm sure some of our Australian viewers will agree with that as well. But yeah, we're going to wander up in a little while. We're just finishing setting up, but there's such an amount of vans here. I just love it because there's so many different vans, and this is our new setup. Now, for many different reasons, I suppose, but this was going to enable us to do stuff over the winter as well, without having to worry about building a van. We'll see what happens with the Crafter, we're not sure yet. But if you want it, give me a shout. It is up for sale for the right money. And now we're going to wander on up. As you can see, this day is going to be constant people arriving. Not everybody's lucky enough to have their Friday off, so they have to work. Maybe have a half day on a Friday, maybe don't have Friday at all, so they come up after work. In the past, we've travelled up at 4 o'clock from Cornwall and got up here 8 o'clock in the evening. Yeah, it is what it is. But we're going to now wander up, go and have a look around the stalls, and just have a look at the vans and everything else that's around.
Right, darling? Right, darling, I should run eye for me between the two bodyguards. You've got a parachute. What's you wearing a parachute for? You've got Bear Grylls' mum. Can't believe it. All right, geezer? Yeah, get your phone out, mate. Yeah, can I'll smile like this. I like smiling. Oh, what's that bloke for? It says around more crap. Oh, let's see what it's for. Let's investigate. Right, mate, what you got there then?
A pole. Yeah, it's a special pole, you know, it's not any ordinary pole. You put a flag on it, you put some lights on it, and then you put it outside where you're staying so you don't get lost. And everybody's got a flagpole that looks the same. And you realise it wasn't such a good idea after all.
Well, amazingly enough, it's quite quiet wandering around because I think most people are staying out of the sun. Even in here, it's quite chilled out at the moment, quite cool. I'm not saying it's cool weather-wise, temperature-wise, it's still relatively warm in here as well. This is becoming a normal thing now, seeing the electric IDs, but this one here, I don't really like it. I think that's quite nice. Yeah, I could, somebody wants to lend me one for a day, I'll take it out and do a video on it. So if you're watching this VW, just for the day, just let me have a test drive. That's lovely. I really do like it. So we wander a little bit further up through and we find the Autojumble. Now, who knows what we're going to find here. Lots of various bits and pieces, you know, like everything. One person's junk is another person's like treasure. Just never know what you're going to find. That's what we had first of all, wasn't there?
Yeah, you said, yeah. It's quite long.
Well, there we are. We've been down for the afternoon, had a little wander around, bought a few bits and pieces as well. And chap, I've just bought some cuppies from this guy who's doing the cuppies. And he's agreed to do a competition. So we're going to give away a free cuppy. Not quite sure how we're going to do it yet. We'll probably do it in the Autosleeper tour video. So when we do give you a van tour of the Autosleeper, that's when we'll do the competition for one of these cuppies. It's, he sells them for £60 a time. So it's not mega expensive, but nice price to have, isn't it? So if you want to do that, you're going to have to tune in and watch the Autosleeper tour video. Anyway, for the minute, we're going to carry on and we're going to go back now, have a few drinks with the guys. As you know, the VW scene is not only about the vans, it's about having a few drinks and maybe a burger or two as well. It's filled up quite nicely as well, isn't it? Still people coming in, and there will be, well, I'd imagine they'll be coming in until they can't come in anymore tonight. And I'm sure there'll be people coming in tomorrow as well. You know, people travel far afield. You know, we've spoken to people from Holland. There's some people opposite us from Poland. You know, I've seen some German plates as well earlier on. So there's lots and lots. But that's what gives you the variety of vehicles here, and that's what makes us keep on coming back. Well, we've just found another couple with Sanders, and we've just been yapping to them. I thought it was a bit rude to film while we were there, but we will show the Sanders a little bit later because I'm sure they'll be looking as well now to see if it's on the video. But the lady, she was amazing.
I think you would tell people how old people are, Mark.
Well,
Remember the last time you did that?
yeah, I got in trouble, didn't I?
You did.
That's very much true.
Anyway, the lady was much younger looking than you would
Well,
believe.
yeah, and she's still doing, you know, VW shows, which is
She
even
drives.
better, and she drives as well, you know. So if I had a hat on, I'd take my hat off to her. Amazing. Anyway, let's go on and have a look through and see what else is in the fields. Look at this. This is absolutely stunning. Whether we'll see this in the show and shine or not, I don't know, but this is why I love wandering around the fields. That's beautiful. And come in a little bit closer. Absolutely stunning. And they travel from Germany in this one. Yeah, it's beautiful. And there we go. Look at this. Honestly, just wandering around, you're going to see some of the best vans. And you just know you won't see all of these in the show and shine. Oh, buddy, you alright?
Sorry,
That's alright. And here we are on the Saturday, the main day of the show, and we're going to wander up early because the heat has been absolutely unbelievable. Not that we're complaining. That's not a good sign, is it? Yeah, the heat has been absolutely, we've been up in like 27, 28 degrees, and that's really having a knock-on effect. Some people can't cope with it, but everybody seems to be going up to stores and everything early today. We're going to go up and have a wander around. There's a few bits and pieces I've seen I want to buy. We're going to bring a trolley with us, but we've forgotten. Well, we haven't forgotten it's up there, but I forgot to bring it with me, so I'm just going to wander around. Maybe I'll come back up later on today with the trolley if it's any heavy bits. Alright, let's have a look around. Might even put the drone up later so we can have a look at some of the vans. Yeah. Well, in this heat, what a better place than a slush puppy? Yeah, absolutely perfect. Orange and mango, yeah, gets my vote. is someone wing walking. I don't know if you can really see this, but there's actually someone wing walking, or stood on the top of the wings. How thrilling is that? That's amazing. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, whoever you were. That looked pretty amazing. Now that's a really, really nice colour there. Look at that. That is purple. Is it just? Yeah, it is. Just the edges. That's really nice. I really like that. Oh, look at that. That's a lovely 225. I really like the 225s. Never had one. I will have one day. Oh, that's beautiful. From Germany, by the looks of it. German plate. I really like that. And that one there, I gotta say as well.
Right, this is for Run the Ring, and we all know what it is. It's a roundabout M25.
And this year's charity is Dogs for Autism. So the Ringers basically got together and they built a training centre to train dogs to be companions for children and young adults with autism. So there you go. Right, so all I need is
It's a question.
a number between 1 and 210 that hasn't already been picked.
Here we go. I'll go 207 there, yeah.
207.
Okay.
Right, let's do this.
207. Am I intelligent enough?
I actually did this quiz myself and I'm quite nerdy, so
Oh dear.
if you don't get this right, you look like you're from my generation. See that baseball cap over there? It's that related. So,
I wanted the baseball cap.
which UK rock band has a one-armed drummer?
Oh, that's Def Leppard. That's
It is
easy.
definitely.
That is Rick Allen. I'll tell you that as well.
Give him an extra point.
7, 18, £20 number 6, £20 number 6. Any advance on that? No. We're going to go with it. £20 number 6. Pop wine glasses. I've seen these are awesome. They actually sit inside each other. So any you go to Santa Pod or anything like that, they're plastic, you get them in. No wine drinkers. There must be a load of T6 drivers out there somewhere. There we go. £5. £5 number.
What a lovely little caravan that is.
Yeah, lovely, isn't it?
Yeah. Right, okay, here we are, and it's Saturday night. We're going down. I'm going to go down on my own actually, so we'll see some of the bands before the rest of them join us. They're all feeling a little bit jaded and a bit sunburnt, so I'm going to leave them behind. We're going to go down and see. I think the Foo Fighters are on first. I'm not sure who the second band is on yet, and of course not the Foo Fighters. It's a Foo Fighter tribute band. So we'll go down to see them, and we'll then carry on and have a look at see what else is happening on and around tonight in the evening. I think tonight the is 1970s is the theme for the fancy dress, so we'll see what's happening as we go around. And look at that sunset again. That's looking lovely, isn't it?
You're never satisfied with what you have. Every day's an off day if you don't get your way. Scream more, more, more until your throat gets sore. Jump on the direct express. Let's make it right. Don't be a spoiled brat, baby. Get out tonight. chasing you like the tail of a dog. I don't get no sleep when we kiss in the dark like we do. I just love the way it feels. Yeah, I know it's bad, but I can't resist. When I look in your eyes, I don't know what is real. All I know is that I could go anywhere, anywhere, as long as you're with me. Oh, I'm drunk and I know it, but close your eyes, get some rest. I'm by your side. Lay your head on my chest. I know you've had a really bad day, but I'm right here, it's gonna be okay.
Well, good morning, and it's Sunday. Quite a good night last night, wasn't it? You saw some great stuff. We chilled out a bit, really. Went down to the chill out area, but I did go and see some bands first of all. Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw. And of course, show and shine day today, but people are already leaving. You see there, that people are already leaving. So yeah, I suppose some of them got long journeys to go on. Next though, isn't that the best thing about camping? Some bacon. Gonna have a bacon sarnie, and well, it's gonna be a bacon wrap because we've run out of roast and bread. And then we're gonna go. Well, I'm gonna go down show and shine. Now, unfortunately, those of you who are here will have known we've had some rain. I don't know what that's all about. Not a lot, but enough to dampen everything down. So hopefully the sun will come out and it'll dry everything off. A couple of people are saying there's a forecast for thunder later on, so let's hope not. But we'll go up in a little while and see what we can see in the show and shine, see if there's any new stuff we ain't seen this year. Okay, so here we go. We're now going to wander up to show and shine, and as you look around, everybody's starting to pack up. Quite a lot of people sort of get the Saturday night over and done with, and then they want to just get home. So but that's not for us. I like to go up the show and shine, and we'll go and see that, and then we'll do what we're going to do. Now, I guess the saddest thing is that this show and shine has been marred by, if you look at it, so I'm walking past all the vehicles, you can see all the dust and dirty rain on them. We've had a bit of rain earlier on, and it's like what they call it, I think it's the Sahara dust rain, and you can see it just rains and leaves dirty marks all over the vans. So I'd imagine, if I'm honest, I'd imagine that a lot of the people up there are going to be desperately trying to clean their vehicles again just to get rid of the marks. But you can see over there that sky's still dark, so there's a good chance we're going to have some more rain come in. Well, they said over on the tunnel yesterday that there was going to be 200 vehicles. I think a few people might have decided not to bother due to the weather. It certainly doesn't look like there's 200 vehicles there. It's a fair few though. Well, it's always hard to know how many vehicles we are, but it certainly is a lot. It's filled out a bit since we started, and I've probably missed out a few vans, so I do apologise. I think some of these T25s on the end weren't here when I came around initially. We do try to get in as many as we can, and up here on the motorhome side of things, maybe we'll enter our van in next year into one of them, who knows. But I did say I'd come back up to the T4 with a hammock, so we're going to go up and have a look at that now before we finish. Where you look, there's a few more vans turned up since we came in. A couple more T4s on the end here. Looks like a Van Project 77 kit in it. Well, that was a show and shine, and there were absolutely loads of lovely vans here, weren't there? One or two I'm going to steal some ideas from, I think, and you'll know who you are when you see the ideas I've stolen. So thank you very much for that. I'm going to wander back to the van now. The rain has just started again. It's one of these 3 days. We've had all this really hot weather all weekend, and today, when everybody's packing up, we keep on having these little showers. Nothing, not building up to much, but everything gets wet. Just now, everything got really quite wet when we're just about to pack away. So hopefully, I'll get back now. It'll be just in time before it gets too wet to pack it away. And then I guess it's the journey back to Cornwall.
Well, that was an absolutely amazing weekend, wasn't it? Really enjoyed Busfest, and you know, I hope you've enjoyed what you saw. And going home in the auto sleeper now, and it's been absolutely amazing. Really lovely van. Quite pleased with it, to be perfectly honest. Now we will be doing I will do a proper walkthrough video, give you a little bit of a van tour. That'll be coming up quite soon, and the chap from the cuppies, the cup holders for the Dash and the T5 and T5.1, so it limits quite a few of the people who are watching this. He said he's going to do a giveaway. We'll do that in the van tour, and we'll, like I said, that would be very soon. Anyway, for this one, thanks for watching, guys. Really hope you've enjoyed it. We've still got loads of Indonesian stuff to come up. There's a trip to New York as well, that's still going to come up. There's loads to be edited. So just subscribe and you'll get notified when certain videos come out, and if you want to watch them, they're available for you. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later. Bye.